Alright, well this is going to be a kind of an overview video on putting the electric fans in my 8.1 liter Yukon XL, as you can see. So I've had this done, about a month and a half now. Over 3,000 miles on this setup. No leaks. I have one of those fancy Edge CTS2 monitors that I watch all my temps and everything, and no issues whatsoever, not even an inkling of a worry. Let's see. So the fans are out of an 05 Z71 Suburban. We found one at a local junkyard that we pulled everything from. Hold on, bud. The radiator is a brand new AC Delco 6.0 radiator from Rock Auto. I'll post the part numbers and whatnot. I've got other videos explaining the differences with the tie bar, the radiator spacer, but you know, outside of that, I did have to modify my intake tube right here. It has that big ass box that hangs down. I just cut a section out of it, and then I used a heat gun and a screwdriver and patched the hole. Been like that for the same amount of time with no issues. I could have just put a 6.0 intake tube on it or bought an aftermarket one, but that was easier and it was free. Everything bolts up factory. We even went and got factory bolts and everything. We just stole everything from that Suburban. I'll post up in some pictures, but we had to use reducers, or spacers I should say, for the radiator hoses, both the upper and the lower. The 6.0 radiator has smaller inlets and outlets than the 8.1, but I used all factory hoses. Had to get a little creative. Let's see if I can get around. Had to get a little creative. And you can't see it. Down in here, because on the 8.1 radiator, the heater return goes straight to the radiator. On the 6.0s, it goes right to the water pump. So we took the factory 8.1 lower radiator hose, and we took the factory 6.0 HVAC split, and we just basically cut them apart and used the factory plastic fittings that they have and hose clamped them. Maybe one day I'll pull it apart and let you show a little bit better. But it's been running fine. I know a lot of people were worried about, you know, wiring and stuff like that. We pulled the entire factory harness off of the Suburban, not the ECU, not all that. It's just the fan wiring. So you can kind of see how we have it. We took some of the shielding off, but it's ran the same way underneath the radiator, and it comes up under the ECU and goes into the box. I'll post some pictures, but the whole relay box for the fans fits under here, so you can't even see it. You wouldn't see it under this. It's actually over here under this, and it snaps right into place like it's meant to be. It's wired for factory. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When I get around to it, I will probably tune the ECU, but right now the two ground trigger wires, because that's what activates it, is ground. I have the two ground trigger wires going to just two switches on the dash for now. Let's see if you can hear it. So that's both fans on low. And it's pulling plenty of air. I've never actually had to put them on high. If you turn that one off and you only turn the blue one on, that puts on the passenger side fan on high only. And that's to keep the compressor cool and get air moving through. You can hear it, it's blowing pretty good. Now with both of them off, if you hit both of them on, that turns both fans on high. Now this is wired factory, so just like GM wanted it, it's not dependent on keyed ignition.